Okay, so hello folks, welcome to this video. So renting a private server on ARK is not challenging at all. You're going to first be prompted to download the app. The app is kind of annoying because it really wants you to be based in Germany. So I recommend just ignoring all of the promptings to download the app. The app is going to be much more of a frustration than it will actually accomplish for you. As you can see, when I first downloaded the app, I spent quite a bit of time scrolling through a bunch of different countries in Europe, and it did not really accomplish anything. I still have the app on my iPad, but I honestly haven't used it, and I've got an ARK server up and running. Okay, so now that we've cleared that up, you're going to want to head over to Google Chrome, open up Nitrado, and just leave this app on your iPhone or iPad unused and untouched. Okay, so now click on Login. From Login, you will be brought over to a screen where you will select which Google account you are going to be using, and it will log you into this interface. From here, you're going to want to order services. So the service that you want to use to start up your own thing is public server, not the public server basic. From the drop-down menu, select ARK Survival Evolved Mobile, and hosting location you want to change to the place nearest to you. For me, that's Los Angeles in the United States. So that's fairly simple. Click Choose Game. So now you've chosen both your game and your hosting location. So now from here, you want public server, charge account. I would probably add 20 euros. It's really annoying that you have to work with European money in this, but it will do the converting process for you. I'm guessing Nitrado is based somewhere in Europe, probably like Germany or somewhere. Okay, so just make sure to click the little check mark that says I accept the conversion currency. So I just use like PayPal for this. So that just makes it easier. So yes, you are going to do PayPal. Then click Charge Now. From here, now you go over and you type in the name of your server. So I just gave it a sort of generic name, but honestly, you can give your server any name you want. You want to make it look like a server that people will want to join, though. So I try to give it a somewhat welcoming looking title. And then, description, I try to give it just a little bit more, describing what it's going to be all about. Like, what is this server going to represent to people who are considering trying to join a server? Okay, so far it's been fairly straightforward. It does get slightly more challenging because there's a lot of different options for things you can click on that you really just don't need to worry about. But now go to game, switch the game to easy. You can switch it to anything you wish. All of these settings are adjustable. I generally just set everything to the standard sort of PvP easy, the way it's done in regular or traditional ARK. Okay, so I'm just scrolling through here, selecting all of these settings. There are tons and tons of settings. And this is, I believe, one of the most fun parts of the whole setting up your server process, because there's so many variables that you are able to set when you're creating your server. Like there, you can set, for instance, like the baby mature speeds, the crop growth speed multiplier, just so many different variables. You can make such an interesting server by setting these to such specific indicators here. And it's really a creation type of process. So this is what I feel is one of the real things that makes the private servers so popular, is that people are able to tinker with these multipliers and tinker with all the other settings. And you can create a server which has all of the settings you think are most, or are going to be most fun for people who are going to be playing on the server. Going back here, just scroll through the settings. You do want to remember that while the settings will get saved, you need to restart the server in order for the settings to actually get applied to the server. But anyways, so, event log, you can scroll through and see all of the various things that you've changed in here. So from here, you basically will continue on. Notice that all of this is being done within the web interface. You can also choose to have a timed restart. That's that annoying thing that shows up in the evenings in the regular ARK that makes this server restart. That's so annoying. But anyways, you get a sort of general overview of what the game server status looks like. That's also quite useful. I find it super useful to get these sort of general setting overviews here. And then you can scroll through and see all of the various different things related to your server. So here you notice all of these settings have saved automatically. The only thing I did check was PvP structure DK, because you really don't want to have too many things just cluttering up your server. So yeah, it looks like I was changing something here. The harvest multiplier, that's kind of like how much like wood or stuff like that you get from cutting down a tree. But in all, you want to set fairly simple rules that people are going to be able to follow. Here I'm restarting the server, or I'm trying to restart the server. Probably the problem is that the server was not already running. You also want to change the server title here. Click Set Server Title to, and I just typed Imperial Heralds, or Imperial Herald the YouTuber. You can't use an apostrophe. I discovered that will create an erroneous character, so you have to have all just like words. So see, this is the server page on Nitrado. No one's ever going to use this. You want to remember that pretty much you're going to be the only person who ever sees this page. Even though technically there are people who can use Nitrado, most people are going to use the page within the actual ARK game itself for choosing a server on which they will play. But you can change all different types of settings in here. You can make a sort of all-in-one server. So you can click on your name, scroll down to My Services. This is where it shows you your server profile, gives you all sorts of different choices. So as you can see, I've got the 22 slot public server, lots of different choices from which you can choose. So now we're going to scroll down just a little bit, look at the server list. There's honestly not a lot of people who are following all of the correct steps that they need to follow in order to get their service listed correctly. I think most people are trying to get this rushed out so that they can get their server live as quickly as possible. Yeah, you see here the apostrophe, I need to get rid of that so that I get rid of that question mark, because it does not recognize the apostrophe in its titling system. There we are. So now it will change that simply over to Imperial Herald, the YouTuber, instead of Imperial Herald, the YouTuber, question mark S. So now we are all done. Restart the server. And, this server will take a bit of time to restart with that cute little Pac-Man logo. Chomp, 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 chomp. And yeah, this is annoying, but it reminds you of what the restarting process is like on every single day in the actual ARK game. It just needs all of these things to slow down, restart, and there we are. Looks like it restarted, I'm pretty sure. And so yeah, so that is all in all how to get your basic game started up and running. Close up everything, and now you're going to open ARK, refresh. Oh yay, there it is. So click on that, click join. Now you're going to go into here. I just chose a very basic character. Have yourself spawn somewhere. And now here you are in here. And so yeah, basically now you are going to be in the actual ARK game itself here. So I'm just running around demonstrating. This is exactly the type of process you go through in order to create a ARK server. So this is a very simplified version of how to go about creating an ARK Survival Evolved mobile server. There are so many more complexities to creating an ARK server, and I may go through that in a future video depending on interest levels, but this is sort of a general overview video, and I hope at the very least you have found it informative. Go over here, click on Admin Manager. So within this, you are now going to type your admin password. The admin password comes from your actual server itself. It's automatically generated. And once you're in there, you will see this super cool list of all sorts of various different admin things you can do. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do like my channel subscribe to my channel. Well, I guess like this video and subscribe to my channel. And I will see everyone back in a future video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have fun creating your own server and getting it live on the ARK Survival Evolved Mobile app. Thanks for watching.